David McQueen from TETAKAWI, which is a member of the Shelter Committee of Index Nacional. I'm going to talk to you today about the maquila program and specifically about the shelter option within that program. The maquila program was started in the 1960s as a way to help foreign manufacturers launch and operate in Mexico, primarily to increase export sales. The program has changed in many ways over the years, and it is now known as IMMEX, I-M-M-E-X. It includes a range of benefits for both foreign and domestically owned manufacturing exporters. In all cases, the main benefit of IMMEX is that it allows companies to avoid paying or to recover value-added tax. A second key benefit is that it provides access to specific duty remission programs. For foreign companies that are looking at an IMMEX operation, there are two primary options. The first is an incorporation, which is much like any other incorporation. The second is the shelter, a unique Mexican option. In both cases, a company must be exporting 100% of their production. However, shipments that are made between exporting companies in Mexico qualify as exports. And in fact, much of the business in Mexico occurs exactly this way. The other requirement is that the invoice must originate from a foreign entity. Now, you may be wondering, what if a company needs to invoice some of their production in Mexico or export some of their production to end users in Mexico? Well, we won't go into the details, but rest assured that there's a relatively straightforward way for a company to definitively import some of the goods from their IMMEX facility and then in turn resell them in Mexico with the appropriate value-added tax invoices that are required. So what of those two options? Incorporation is relatively simple in the sense that it is like any other incorporation in Mexico, except that you do have the added step to qualify for and register for IMMEX. Like any other incorporation, the directors, shareholders, and the corporation itself have direct legal liability under Mexican law. The shelter option operates differently. A foreign corporation selects a registered shelter provider who's recognized by the Mexican government from the range of providers that exist in Mexico and concludes a contract with that provider. That contract forms the basis for the Mexican government to hold the shelter provider liable for legal and regulatory requirements. In turn, it also allows the foreign operation to set up a manufacturing facility in Mexico that does not have permanent establishment. The shelter provider will provide a number of services. In order to meet their legal requirements, they must do certain tasks that require a permanent establishment. For example, they will register employees under the social services, they will act as the importer of record, and they will remit taxes. Most shelter companies will also offer a wide range of other administrative services, and some offer some facilities services as well. For example, they may provide local purchasing, they may provide security for your facility, they may provide medical facilities or transportation. Some even provide dedicated industrial parks with a whole range of shared services to help lower cost and risk for all their clients. There are four main benefits to using a shelter provider. First of all, the obvious one of avoiding direct legal and regulatory liability. The second one is the access to expertise and experience, as well as the infrastructure of the shelter company, to lower the learning curve and provide a level of support that is difficult to achieve for an independent operation, especially a smaller one. The third benefit is a faster time to launch. Many of the permits, infrastructure, and so on required to launch are already in place with a shelter, plus the experience and resources of the shelter will help accelerate the launch. And finally, the shelter provider can usually provide a lower overall cost through the critical mass that it achieves by serving a wide range of clients. This is most pronounced in those companies which have a concentrated or dedicated industrial park, including a wide range of services, but it's available in most cases. Shelters come in many styles and many types, ranging from companies that specialize in a rapid launch to independence and a straightforward and simple and accelerated service model, to companies that have ongoing service models and a wide range of support services, perhaps including industrial parks and facilities that can sustain a company for many years. Companies can choose to leave a shelter at any time, or they can remain indefinitely as a shelter client, depending on what their needs are. In most cases, companies are wise to choose a shelter, either to launch or to sustain your operation for a very long time. Thank you. If you'd like more information, please email us or contact us through our committee webpage. If you would like to receive ongoing information, please sign up for our ongoing information on doing business in Mexico. Thank you again.